Hey guys, welcome to another WoW video, and for today we are going to discuss the new patch that will be dropping in just a couple of days. It will arrive on January 16th. So this is patch 10.2.5, Seeds of Renewal. In this picture you can see all the new features and updates we will get. We're going to go over all of that, including some extras, because whenever I do a patch video for the channel, it's always very thorough. So we're going to be also going over new items you're going to be able to collect and all that. So the first thing we'll talk about is Belameth, which is going to be a new, I like to call it a little village. I will show you me just kind of flying around it in a minute here. But it doesn't seem big enough to really be this huge city, but it's very nice. When you first get there, you're pretty much in view of a bunch of profession trainers. And then there's some watchtowers, and you'll see some guys training their fighting. And yeah, so this is, for starters, in order to get to Belameth, you will need to finish the campaign. The final chapter of the campaign involves Anaran Plains, which leads you to Belameth, because Belameth it's off to the side of Anaran Plains, but also pretty close to Amadressel as well. So, yeah. Okay, so that's open. We can explore a bit. There's not too much to explore, really. But we have some fights going on here. There's an alchemy trainer in there. So a bunch of trainers out front here. Okay, so let's see what else we got. So just outside here, we have the watchtower. I'm pretty sure not much is going on here. Yeah, not too much going on here. Let's go to the ship here. Okay, definitely some Aberdeen vibes right here. Okay. So that's basically it. I don't feel like we have to go to every single corner of this map. You know, this is Belameth, and that's how you get there. There's definitely some points of interest, and there'll be some more quest lines, you know, along the way when the patch goes live. So yeah. The next thing we'll talk about is Dragonriding. So Dragonriding available everywhere. So that is definitely one thing you can look forward to in the new patch. Okay, so next up we've got the Gilneas quest line that will happen. Both factions can actually do this, which is kind of surprising. You know, it was surprising to hear Horde could. So Alliance can start this up by talking to Greymane and Stormwind, and if you're Horde, you can go talk to Kalia Menethil. That'll be over in Silverpine Forest. And I'm really hoping for some good things with this one, because that location's been ignored for a long time. It's, you know, it's quite saddening. Next up, we have some character customizations. So here is 5 new troll hair colors. There's also the new Draenei skin color. And then we have some Warlock customizations. Okay, guys, so here I am. We're at the barber shop. This is the Tyrant here. So this is some Warlock changes that you can see. Okay, so here's all the colors for the Dark Glare. And that's it for customizations. They'll be new for 10.2.5. Okay, so our next feature is follower dungeons. Players level 60 to 70 can go into this. However, I was on my 61 a Warlock and she had no access to dungeons, so, you know, but maybe she just, I don't know. I don't know if she's been in Dragonflight yet, so that might have been it. But my max level character did do the follower dungeon. Okay, we're on the Druid. So open up your dungeons. I is the key. Follower dungeons, there we go. Okay, follower dungeon. So pretty instant, I guess, because I'm the only player in it. Dungeon assistance, you can drag this to your action bar. Let's just, you know, this is just PTR, so it can go over anything. We'll put it there. Oh, that's cool. There's a mage here, so we can get some food. I'm not going to, though. Okay, so this is our crew. This is our party. In our party, we have a paladin, which is our healer. Our tank is a mage. Our tank is a mage. What the fuck? Okay. And then we have a druid and a shaman. And these are, okay, 2 of them are alliance and 2 are horde. And then I, of course, am alliance. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's do this. So mage, if you're tanking, should you not be going forward? I guess I have to. Okay, lead the way. Okay, you click your icon, and yeah, clearly this is weird. Yeah, clearly it's the paladin tanking. But it does show on my bars that it's the mage. What are we in anyway? Is this like a normal or it looks like we're in a heroic? Okay, so do I have to, no, they keep going. So as long as you toggle that key on, you can just keep moving forward at that point. I'm gonna say it's going better than I thought. I guess our real test will be the boss, but to be fair, as someone who does run dungeons and raids, quite frequently, aside from Dragonflight, I've been kinda with Dragonflight. But, you know, for the past almost 20 years, I've been a raider and a dungeon/mythic person. And trash is usually the toughest part. Like, bosses are typically the easy shit. You know, aside from raids. If you're doing high-end raids, yeah, bosses will be tough. But when it comes to, like, dungeons and stuff, it's usually the trash. So if the trash is going easy like this, I think you'll be pretty good. I am just kind of interested in the item level that we'll get. We'll find out when we reach a boss. Which I, of course, I should have honestly done specific dungeon. We could have done one with less trash. But that's what editing's for. So I think, you know, we've seen how they're operating on the trash. We'll skip to a boss now. So definitely, I will say the tank is on the go. Now, I just want to see if he's gonna, okay, he waits for everyone, and then when you get close, he'll, yeah. So here's our first boss. See how this goes. Okay, so it's just 421, which isn't bad considering we're in here solo, more or less. You know, aside from, like, it's still solo, right? Because it's NPCs. So, so yeah. It's not bad. It's not gear that I could use, but only because I'm on my main character. You could use gear like that on an alt, probably. So I would say overall, not bad. So I'm just gonna finish this dungeon. There's like 3 more bosses just to see how it looks at the end. You know, what happens. But I will say, overall, I like it. You know, I was a little iffy of follower dungeons, and clearly they're catch-up dungeons, so it's not like you're gonna be a current expansion raider going into these. Like, there's gonna be no reason. You know, unless there's a mount toy or pet or something that drops out of the dungeon. You just will not have a reason to do these if you're well geared. But it is good for catch-up gear, for alts, and then of course you can learn some mechanics. So if you're not familiar with the dungeon itself, you can go in, you'll get an idea of the mechanics. And then also, I guess another good part is if you don't know the way, then your tank, unless you are the tank, of course, but your tank that is picked for the dungeon, they know the way. Yeah. They might not always take the best paths, but they know the general way. So, so if you're unfamiliar with the dungeon, they will do that for you. That way, when you hop into like an M+ with someone, you at least know where you're going, especially if you take a death and you're running back. And, yeah. Oh, another. Okay, these might be good for some reputation, honestly. That is the second item I've gotten. And they are different. If we scroll up, what was the first one? One was a green. So our first one was a green. We've only done 2 bosses, so we've been looting like it's 100% chance, it seems. So that is another reason to do these. Now, I'm not sure if there's a reason they pick a certain reputation one. I think the only reason I'm able to hold on to 2 of those is because of the different colors, right? One's green, one's blue. Usually you can only hold on to 1. But nonetheless, that does seem to be a 100% drop chance. Which means that this is a catch-up dungeon and also a rep farm. See, now, right there, that proved that they're good at taking aggro backs, because clearly I stole aggro there for a bit. So that's nice. Now, what I think would be cool, but I know there's no way Blizzard would have even thought of putting this in here, but I'll laugh if it actually is. But at the end, when it's done, I think they should all say GG. Yeah. Now, that's just a me thing, but I think they should all just say GG. To be fair, I'm just gonna say, if they ever added M+ into this, which I know people are gonna want, grouping with people for M+ will be dead. Yeah, because from this one dungeon, even although it's only heroic, this team is awesome. They know exactly what they're doing. But yeah, they are 100% better than teaming up. And the best part, no one leaves. And I love that the mage knew to time warp on the last, or the boss that we just killed a bit ago. Like, yeah. Yeah, I will say you're gonna see a whole lot more people doing dungeons. Like, this is just so easy mode. At least people that want the catch-up gear. Like I said in the beginning, clearly you wouldn't be doing this if you had good gear. Good job, everyone. We're done here now. You can leave anytime. Okay, it's not everyone that says it, but I like that at least one person does. Oh, you know, oh, yeah. So it's the mage that says it, because, Meredy. Now, I'm just gonna say, if I wasn't holding on to those rep items, I guarantee you'd get more rep items. Yeah. So it is a good one for the rep items. Actual loot-wise, it felt like a real dungeon because I only got one piece of loot out of 4 bosses. So yeah, they're still sticking with those same kind of loot rules. So that is follower dungeons, guys. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought of it. Definite easy mode. Yeah, I would highly suggest it if you're looking to do dungeons and you're, you know, wanting to test out, I don't know, like tank or heals, or you just want to, you know, go in for some rep items, catch-up gear. Highly suggested. This was easy. Was it a fast dungeon? No, it took like 20 minutes to do this dungeon. So obviously with a good group, you could clear this dungeon a lot faster. But they do pretty decent damage considering, you know, like things were going down pretty fast. And the nice part is you can rely on that. So you're not sitting there worrying if like one of your NPCs gonna die. For the most part, that was not even a worry. It's like if one had died, I would have been completely surprised. You know, like, yeah, it's just a nice breeze. It's like running a transmog run, which these could be used for as well. Some transmog farming. Okay, a couple of last minute details. So Outlands Cup is going to be the week of the patch launching. So, and it'll run for a couple of weeks. So you'll be able to do it from January 18th to January 31st. The achievement that gets us our trading post transmog, as you may have noticed yourself, or maybe when I did my video, although my video was scheduled to post like the day after they made this change and posted it. So yeah, always my luck. So this current week, it's on a timed rotation like the mount is, where, you know, daytime gets you the green, I believe it is, and then night is the white. So it's like a sun moon type thing, kind of like the mount was. And they had said that they were going to change that to where you could decide what color you wanted, no matter what time of day. It's unfortunate, right? Because it's a cool tactic to use, but no one likes it because they want to wear whatever color they want to wear, right? So it's like you got this cool idea that doesn't really go well with a lot of people. I personally like it. I like both the colors. So, you know, I'll be on the white if I'm on at that time, and I'll be on the, you know, yellow mount or green transmog on a different time, right? So I'm pretty okay with it. But I know a lot of people just, you know, they like the green, or they like the white, or they like the yellow mount, you know. So that's going to change. Just for the transmog, there's been nothing mentioned regarding the mount. But for the transmog, they say going forward, you get all 3 sets. I'm not sure what the third set is, because there's the white set and then there's the green set, right? So I don't know. Maybe the third set is actually, yeah, the third set would be to keep it at the day-night, right? So one will be green, one will be white, and then the other will be green and white, where if you're on during the day, it's that color. If you're on during the night, that color. Yeah, that would be the 3 sets. That will go into effect next week. We also have some character changes. It's really just for the Drakther. And then there is some class changes. So we got some stuff for the Demon Hunter, the Evoker, Mage, Monk, Rogue, the Shaman, and the Warrior. There is a change with the Revival Catalyst. So your dream charges are now granted weekly. It was every couple of weeks. For PvP, we've got some changes to the Shaman and the Warrior. There's a quest change in there involving the Dragonflight Epilogue quests. And then there's some user interface and accessibility updates. So feel free to read through that if you're interested in that. There's also been 3 new Pepe costumes that have been added for 10.2.5. So the first one is Explorer Pepe. So you will find a tiny explorer's hat, and that is going to be at Dragonscale Base Camp, and he's sitting on top of the main building of the camp. The next one is Tuskar Pepe. So that'll be a tiny ear warmer. And he'll be in Ascara. He's 2 buildings to the right of the inn. And yeah, here's a picture of him. Easy to spot. And then there's also Dragon Pepe. So this will be a tiny dragon goblet. And he's going to be super easy to find. He is right in Valdrakken. He's at the bottom of the staircase to the Seat of the Aspects. Next, we have the Azerothian Archives. And this is a way to get some rewards. So this is going to be your major feature that you'll probably be doing because there's a ton of rewards you can get off of this. In order to start it, this is the item right here that you see shining. We are in Valdrakken in the inn. And yeah, you're just going to take that quest to start things up. And it says to speak to someone at Algareth, so we'll just hit up that. Okay, it may be at the very top, guys. So let's see. Learn from my example. Yeah, there's a tower here, and yeah, I think, yeah, Azerothian Archives. It looks like you can go to the bottom, though. Oh, we'll just fly down. So right there, and you can see our hand in.
What's this? Another curious mind?
Okay.
I am sure I have forgotten more
So,
than I learned at
Aid.
this point in my life.
Interesting name. Eadweird Delenagrig. Aid him. And the Azerothian Archives. Okay, so we will get some knowledge and some mysterious fragments.
Might lead you on your quest for knowledge.
Okay, and there is a bunch here. Learn to use the Techno Scryers. Okay.
The best part of my job is getting what we find.
Meet with Roska outside to learn about excavation. So before we look at the vendor list, I'll give you a quick rundown of what would happen, because I I don't have access to actually show you right now, I guess. So this is Roska Rocktooth. This is your excavation guy, archaeology. And he'll help you discover finds. You get this elemental with you. And once you have found something, you'll plant down the totem, which is this. And then that's how you'll get your items. So you'll locate some items. It'll trigger a mini game to challenge archivists, and players must keep the element bar balanced using their assistant to dig the relic up. Now over here we have Zanata. Zanata is your techno-scrying. So each site will contain some items, and it reveals scenes from, distant past. And then you report to her to receive a set of goggles. They're called the Techno-Scryers. And so you just pop those on, and that will help you locate, specific items with, there'll be pings and alerts that go on. Once an item is located, you'll witness a scene from the past that gives you context to the items and a little mini story. And there's this guy. He uses his mix of blue and bronze magic along with a relic to create arcane familiars to assist in collecting info from the site that the relic is from. And each site is its own type of adorable familiar that spawns copies of itself. And players can accompany the familiar and absorb the information that's found. There is weekly quest completion that helps fill out Narabin's tomb with more and more details on each site's story. And yeah, I imagine we would see him once you get past the introductory of excavation and techno-scrying. And then for the important part, this is a collection thing. So if you farm mounts and stuff, this is what you want to do. And so we have this that is gets you Mysterious Fragment. Actually, you use Mysterious Fragment. Okay, so this is a bind to account. You can send it to other players. The priceless artifact gets you 1,000 Mysterious Fragments. And then there is some cosmetics in here. So we have the belt, the gloves, boots, and that's the pants, and vest. One-hand mace. And that's the sword. Staff. Looks like a little shovel. And then we have a chisel. And then there's this cudgel. We're starting to get pricey because this is like 10,000 now. And that one's cute. That's a little lantern. Gun. A torch. I actually like that torch a lot. And then we have a hook. A pickaxe. A mace. Rope. I really like the rope. Yeah, that's pretty kick-ass. Okay, and then here we have the glasses. And then another pair. there's a bag. I really like that bag. That's nice. And there's another bag. So this is getting pricey. Your bags are going to cost you 15,000. And we have a hat. Definitely suits this bag. And then we have a mount. So just the one mount on this vendor. So mainly you're going after transmog here. So if you're a transmog farmer, you're in heaven. If you're a mount farmer, I guess you got one mount you can go after. But yeah, I would say this is heavily for transmog farmers. And yeah, so mount's called Explorer Stonehide Pack-a-Beast. It's going to be your most priciest item. It's 20,000. Okay, so there will be some new battle pets for 10.25 as well. Some of them are from the trading post. So Beatrice is going to be a trading post pet. We've got Bugsy, who's also a trading post pet. Hapfey is part of an achievement. It's called Finally at Rest. So acquire the Story of Traders Rest entries for the Azerothian Archives, right where we're standing, while participating in the Big Dig. So yeah, that sounds like it would be pretty easy. So this is a Noble Garden pet. This is Lovely Duckling. Here's another trading post pet. Nell. Here's another pet. His name's Reese. And he is part of an achievement. I will show you. Okay, just one more thing. Complete any site's entry in the Tomb of the Archived Isles research for Narrabin in the archives. And so that may take you a hot minute to complete all 6 of those. And that will get you Reese. Sarge the Battle Pet is going to be available as well. This one will be available later on, though, of course, as well as, you know, the holiday stuff and trading post. And yeah. But this one is, you get it from the Hearthstone's 10th anniversary, and that's not going to happen till March. So you won't be able to receive him till March, but he's easy. And then we have Teal, who is a trading post pet. Okay, so adding to the list of rewards, we will have some additional mounts aside from the one I showed you on the vendor. So we will have the Fury Hearthsteed. This will be part of the Hearthstone anniversary as well. There's the Heartseeker Mana Ray. That's, of course, Love is in the Air. And it will be for currency. It's going to be on the vendor. It'll cost 270 tokens. So looks like I'll be doing some Love is in the Air this year. Reigns of the Friendship Fox. Really cute fox. And that'll be a trading post mount. And then we have the purple one. These are both beautiful. Yeah. And there's the blue one. We have the Compass Rose, and it's also from the Hearthstone anniversary. The Noble Flying Carpet is a drop from Dayton Swiftplume. Majestic Azir Peafowl is a trading post mount, as well as the Brilliant Sunburst and the Starry Twilight. Although I will say, Brilliant Sunburst and Starry Twilight doesn't confirm trading post, only the Majestic Azir does. And then we have the Explorer Stonehide Pack-a-Beast. I think that's the one I just showed you on the vendor. And then we have the Clayscale Hornstrider, which involves, it looks like it's going to be a reputation mount. Okay, so on to Transmogs. There is some Spring Casual Armor. This is them here. And spring, hats. And some spring weapons. So that will probably be Noble Gardens. And then over here is like the most beautiful armor I've ever seen. But this is the Love is in the Air armor. It looks adorable. It definitely would be great armor to wear on, like, in the month of February, of course. Some rosy crowns as well, 4 colors. And then there's some weapons, which are just amazing. February is going to be such a tough month. Like, I feel bad for myself and anyone like myself because you will not have enough currency for everything you want on February. February is the month you will hate the trading post. Yeah, I'm just going to say, unless they change their mind and put a lot of this shit on a vendor, yeah. But, you know, rumor is majority of it is on the trading post. And there's also some other Love is in the Air rewards sitting right here. And that pretty much calls it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're looking forward to the new patch. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.